2, and here's Modi. Hello, Shulam Aleichem, it's Modi, and we're in the studio back. So good to be, and it's just the three of us again.
Not just.
It's the three of us. When I had such a good time last time not having a guest, and we figured let's do that again.
But we're going to have a guest tomorrow.
Yes,
so
we have a guest tomorrow. Okay.
Don't worry. You're not stuck with us.
You're not stuck with just us. And we got some nice emails from people. That was such a woman in London. Sent
Should I read it?
Yeah,
Do you want to read it, Leo?
I think you should read it. She sent it to you.
Yeah, she sent it to you.
Hold on a second. Let me pull it up.
She's from London, right?
She's from London.
She's in London. Not from London. She's in London.
Maybe she's from
We don't know.
London. Did I send this to all of us or just us? Let's see. Not that one. I hate you. Terrible.
If I find it before you, it's not good.
You won't find
What's
it before.
currently in your story, so
you won't
anyone.
find it before me.
You won't find it before you?
Wow, the speed.
Okay.
I've listened to every single episode since the podcast started last summer. I'm in London, and every Thursday morning when I've dropped my kids at school, I look forward to my journey home. Then I sit in my car on my drive until it's finished. You, Modi, and Leo are just a brilliant team. I'm hoping to visit a friend in New York in the next couple of months after Pesach, and we'll try to coincide it to see if I can see you or Modi do stand-up, as I'm not sure if you will be coming to London anytime soon.
Oh.
Stay well. You're all brilliant. From Haley.
That's so
Hi, Haley.
Sweet,
Hi,
Haley.
Haley.
Hi, Haley. We love fan
And
mail.
we're gonna
Anything to stroke our egos.
No, and we're going to come to London soon.
Yeah, we have a call today about
We
it.
are?
Exactly, yeah. So we're going to go to London. And
We are?
We might be
are.
going to London.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's time. Wait, I want to just start out with that. As we were sitting here waiting to begin this podcast, I received an email
From?
to info@modilive.com, which is my email address in case anyone needs to get in touch with us. And the subject line of the email is "Sell your chametz and other Pesach links."
Oh, why do you guys have to go there now? Do we have to do that tonight?
How come you get mad every time we're trying to shine light into some aspect of? Oh, we don't have to talk about
we
it,
did
but
it
I
last
thought
time.
it
We
was
spoke
funny.
about the chametz last
Because
time. We talked about
That's why I thought it was funny,
because
because I got an email saying,
Oh.
this is where I could go sell my chametz.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
and
no,
First of
then-
all, what's chametz?
you know the unleavened.
I know, but
yeah,
they don't know.
they
Maybe. Do
Unleavened
you know what chametz is? No. So
We have in the studio today. We have Leo's sister.
My little sister
Emma.
Emma is here. You can't see her,
Oh,
but
hi,
she's
Emma.
here.
She's hiding in the corner.
She's visiting New York.
So it's so great to see Leo's family. It's like an insight into like where he comes from, and it's so good.
What have you gleaned?
I don't know. The one thing that the family just I don't get. The entire family is in education. Every sister is a teacher somewhere or an administrator of teaching.
Not
and
Emma.
The mother's a teacher, and the other one writes about education departments for columns and all that.
Yeah,
if there was
true.
like a list of things I would never want to do, on top somewhere in bold would be like dental hygienist.
Oh,
and then
God.
underneath that would be teaching. Like that's something I have no connection to want to teach, but
No shaykhis to teaching?
no shaykhis.
That's
what
false,
shaykhis?
because you...
shaykhis. What is
I have a hard time...
shayach?
Ah,
Shayach.
no connection.
Connection to no. He's not
No
no
connection.
shaykh.
Which is
but-
funny, because we had a call the other day with someone who said that you tutored them in Hebrew after you. So
oh my God, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Because I need a Hebrew tutor for Ari.
And you're definitely not. You're looking at the wrong one. Is your kid smart? Is your kid like a very smart kid?
He's very smart in like he's very creative. He's not like he's not like a super studious kid, but he's kind of brilliant.
Okay,
like he
so-
comes
no,
up
that
with
So-
doodle you sent me that he did
So
yeah.
was
I wanna-
hilarious.
Or
Right.
that he looks at like a picture of Leo in a Speedo and he goes, "Is he a lifeguard?"
Well, that's a reasonable, logical conclusion.
no, but I'm talking about this smart kid. It's that confidence smart. Emma has it. Leo's sister has it. It's that
She's the smartest out of all of us.
It's the kids, and like you know who else has it? Rabbi Bellino, Rabbi Gav.
Yeah.
His son has it. It's these kids that are in school and they know they are always going to produce a 100, an A plus.
Oh, wow.
They never have to. They know they're gonna always get
No.
the grades, so their confidence in speaking to anybody is like they can mouth off to the mother because they're gonna bring home A's.
Right.
They can mouth off to the teacher
Emma's
because they're
not
gonna nail.
mouthy.
No, she's not mouthy at all. But I'm just saying, it's that like confidence.
It's a bravado.
I was the opposite. I knew there were gonna be tests. I'm gonna be failing, and I need the teacher's help. So I never mouthed off, and I never.
But you have like learning stuff, but you were always
a lot of learning stuff.
Undiagnosed.
well, like
Yeah.
dyslexia and stuff, but you always knew that you were very smart. You just had problems in school.
I did not know I was smart.
You did
When
really?
you can't remember things for a spelling test, a spelling exam, or when you can't remember, when I mean, I cannot explain to you how hard it is being
You were also
undiagnosed.
learning a second language. during
No,
part
that
of
was
your
no, that
childhood.
was right. I'm talking about later on, deep in high school, even. I remember in elementary, the ones that killed me the most is the spelling when like the word could be all the like four. Which one is the
Right,
proper spelling?
right.
Desert, desert,
Yeah.
desert, deserted,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like they all are fine. They all work in the sentence. The guy's gonna know if it's a
If you
desert or
speak
dessert.
really fast.
I had the most delicious dessert after dinner, right? So anyway you spell it, the guy's gonna know it's
Right.
okay. So they would put
I'm
that
amazing
E
at that
after
game,
E,
by the
but
way.
E after
Yeah.
I before Z and
Do you-
the C.
Do you know how you remember dessert? Dessert, like the thing you eat, is stressed backwards. So you think stress eating.
Oh.
So stressed backwards is the one you eat, and then
And-
desert is.
And you're working under the assumption that I know how to spell stress. You're insane.
But wait a second. First of all,
You've seen me spell.
It's really
You-
frightening. If anyone gets a text from Modi, just know that he's using voice to text. Also, that's a big thing to keep in mind. 'cause
Yes,
that
and
explains
it comes
some-
off wrong sometimes.
but then you obviously became. I mean, you had a very successful career as like a banker, which is bananas to me
But I
because
had
I
to
can
learn-
like barely add.
I had to learn how to do that too. Like when I was taking, we spoke about this in the podcast. When I was taking orders, I would always have to quadruple check things.
So that's still impressive. That's
No,
still
but you-
doing
you
the
have
work.
to
I could never
learn-
do that.
I could never do that.
you have to learn how to get through it. you know.
Math. So you're good at math.
I'm not. I just know how to.
Great.
I'm not good at math. I just know how to get to where I need to get to. Through
I'm
whatever it was,
terrible.
Excel sheets and
Ugh.
repeating it 15
Do you have to
times.
help Ari with his math homework?
I'm not allowed to help Ari with his math homework.
Yeah.
How
because
lucky are
he'd go home
you?
with-
Imagine sitting there helping you. I watched.
I help Ari with his English and his reading though, and the second a math thing comes up, my husband is
Oh.
like, "Don't ask Ema."
Oh, that's so funny. No, but there's these confident kids that just like they just know they're always going to produce, so they can mouth off to the mom because they know when the grades come, the whole report card's all A's, so like in your face. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
How is Boca Raton?
I was in Boca Raton, BRS they call it, Boca
Nuh-uh.
Raton Synagogue. Yeah,
BRS.
they call it this. It was 450 people. It was huge. It was their first event. Again, it's another first event. This is like
Since
my
COVID?
fifth first event of people coming back,
Breaking the seal.
breaking the seal.
From
Good.
COVID
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, they still are. This was like, I mean, they've had synagogues, they've had services, but this is the first event that they're having.
What level of Judaism are we dealing with now?
So cute. So this is Boca Raton, where people have just
Which,
been
by the way, is
moving.
popping.
Okay, with you in the Florida.
People have
I'm
just
here
been
as Florida's
moving down
official
there.
ambassador.
People have just been moving down there, and it just keeps. So the synagogue has every type of religious, every type of age, Sephardic, Ashkenazi, black hats, regular hats, and they all get along. And it's it's Florida, so you can't like walk to synagogue that far. So it's funny they say it's a two synagogue. Either you're too far away, or the house is near, or 2 million. So it was
But it was a good
But it was
show?
an amazing show. Again, it was in this massive hall, 450 people, and they had the sound was good. If the sound is good,
You're happy.
It's a no-brainer, and the
And no
sound was good.
food.
No, they had food. They didn't clear the plate, so they're sitting there with a disgusting empty plate in front of them. But they were like, we got into the zone, and it was really, really good. And I was so happy, and I just flew in and flew right out.
First of all, I thought there was a no food rule you had.
I do. There's no clearing and no service.
If they're gonna have food, then you can't start then clearing it.
Yeah.
And
Love
you have to
you.
have enough time to sit and eat and digest, and like there's not the sound of like silverware hitting plates in the background. That's the worst.
So you can be eating, or
No,
you
no. They can serve you a meal and like you eat your dinner and then you wait like 20 minutes and then you bring Modi on, but leave the plates. Don't have the waiters and the wait staff come clearing plates and bussing tables, because just leave it. And then once he's done, then you
Exactly.
Now, how many
can. This is
years?
the phone calls I have.
I have no doubt. How many years into your career did you figure that out? Like
Very early.
Very early.
Very early. It's when you're up on stage and I called it performing to the haircuts, because all you see is the people's hair because they're eating.
Looking at their plate.
They're looking at their plate. Jerry Seinfeld could be up there giving you the cure for cancer and the winning lottery numbers. If you put food in front of a Jew, that's what he's focusing on. Period.
Or a waiter. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Or a check.
No, but don't check them. It's just like if they just see a waiter, even.
Well, at your
they'll call
shows
him
there
over.
aren't checks, but at clubs you performing during.
But that I can swing around. That I know how to work. When a long division
The
shows
check
up.
spot.
Hey, let's do long division in the middle of his set.
When I learned that people, who told us this? John Marco. Someone told us that doing the check spot was like you did it for free.
Yeah.
Because they were just letting you work.
Yeah.
That was interesting to learn.
Or I think maybe $5 sometimes.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something I do that used to scare Leo, and now he kind of embraces it and understands
This
that
could be any number of things.
So it's something I do that Leo has, I believe, embraced and realized that it's a good thing, and it's shushing people.
Oh my god.
Shushing people.
No, this is a problem,
It's
Modi.
not a problem. It's
Wait,
a
on
solution.
stage?
It's a solution, is what it is. Not on stage.
In general.
In life.
This is what
In
will
life.
happen. Let me give some context. We'll be at a restaurant usually, or some sort of coffee shop maybe, but usually a restaurant, and there's someone being very loud for a sustained amount of time. You do give them a window.
I give him a window.
And then if then you get the vibe that, oh, this is how this person talks, you give them a shh.
No, it's not true.
And it's a little Karen-y sometimes,
It's not
but
Karen-y.
sometimes
It's
there
so
have
not
been a
Karen-y.
few. Been a few occasions where I was thankful for the shush.
So the shush
But-
happens like this. If we're in a restaurant, someone's being loud with their friend. They're trying to be overexcited about it. Oh my God, so I didn't tell that. And when I saw him, I knew right away. And they're super loud. Their friends know that they're being loud. The restaurants are being loud. But that they're overexcited about something they do not need to be that excited about. So I will start very slowly with a shh, shh, shh. And then build it up a little bit, and then build it up a little bit, and just shh.
Emma witnessed the shush.
And the guy sometimes hears it and like, oh, I needed that. And they bring it down, and they're almost thankful for the shush. And
Okay.
it's such a
But let me
good
just say,
thing.
sometimes you exhibit shushing behavior though.
But
You're a comedian. Like, you've been out in public where I'm like, if someone else was doing this, you just shush them.
it's a moment of loud. It's not
That's true.
sustained
That's
loud.
true.
It's a
Never
boom
sustained.
loud. Not like it's not. But shushing is it's an important thing.
First of all, I'm going to start crying from laughing so hard from this. But I'm going to tell you this. I noticed when you did the show last week, you shushed somebody from the stage. And I actually was very impressed with that because it was like nice. Like it wasn't like being like a jerk shush. Like they were being too loud, and it brought
It helps
down.
them.
Now, when I'm on stage and that's happening, I'm going, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Yeah, but then that gets them riled up.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was so impressed. I was like, wow, that was real. It worked.
It works.
And they don't get like upset, right?
No.
Right.
They're like again. They're thankful.
Right.
If they're in a comedy club talking loud, they're drunk, and they don't understand it. But you give them the shush, it's like, oh, well,
Right.
The shush.
So the shush is that. So that's the topic I wanted to discuss. And
Okay. Now, what if somebody shushed you? Would you be upset?
I've never been shushed, so I don't know. I think I'd be like, okay, maybe I was loud and I needed a shush. You
It's
know.
an interesting way to handle the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? Would you say anything? You wouldn't say anything.
You know, Modi has taught me things, and I'm usually just very like, I guess this is what the situation is now. And I've learned that that's actually not the case. For example, we went to dinner last night with Emma.
Yes.
And we were at a restaurant in Williamsburg, and they sat us underneath a speaker.
Yeah.
And the speaker was very loud.
Right.
And it was fine. Like, we're at a restaurant in Williamsburg, and in my head, I'm just like, this is what the situation is.
No.
Modi mentioned it was a little loud, and then it kind of clicked, and I was like, you know what, it is kind of loud. And then I very nicely asked the waiter, I said, are you able to just turn the volume down on this speaker just a little bit? And he was like, yeah, I can do that. And he fixed it. And it was a much pleasurable dining experience, whereas
now
I would never have done that before.
Keep in mind, I couldn't have asked.
Yeah,
Because he would get upset.
No, because it's just not cute that the older guy at the table is,
yeah, he wants me to do it.
I asked Emma to do it. I said, it'd be cute if Emma was like, hi, sweetheart, could you, it's a little loud, if you don't mind. And by the way, he said, yes, we can, and he went, but he didn't do it.
I think he did.
So this is what's happening.
Maybe it's a placebo effect.
No,
I don't know.
It's a placebo effect.
No, I think
there's a
he did
joke.
turn
There's
it
actually
down.
a joke about this guy. There's a waiter in a restaurant in Florida, and one woman's asking him, could you put the AC on? And the other woman, could you take her down a little bit? And one's up and one's down. And this other patron sees the waiter and says, you have a lot of patience for these. How do you do it? She goes, we don't have an air conditioner. And it's the same way. He said, yes, we can do
Can I
that,
tell
but
you
he didn't do it. He kept the volume still
the
there.
most impressive situation of me learning something and being like, oh, this doesn't have to be the way it is, was when we were with Dina at a very fancy place.
Dina is one of your very close friends.
Dina,
best friend.
One of Modi's best friends.
You think Dina, like everybody who's listening knows.
Modi's best friend.
Modi's best OG
Period.
best friend.
OG best friend. Okay.
And we were somewhere fancy. I don't remember if it was like a restaurant or a resort or somewhere. And she ordered a fruit platter.
We were at the Standard Hotel in Miami Beach.
And we had been ordering things.
You were.
The Standard Hotel in Miami Beach. And she sat there, and it was her and
a
like
big thing for
19
me.
men, and she ordered a fruit platter.
Yeah.
And she said, and the guy brings a fruit platter, and it was so schwach.
It was the
so
saddest
looking. It was that dried fruit that you get like in a sealed.
And
so
like
gross.
watermelon that's like gray.
It was-
like there's no color
Why?
left in the
Awful.
watermelon. And they put it down, and she goes, no.
No, she called the waiter over and said, "Sir, sweetheart, come here. This is Miami Beach. This is a top hotel in Miami Beach. This is what you call a fruit platter? Just in a top hotel in Miami
She was nice.
Beach?"
She was nice.
She said it very
about
nice, and he was actually like, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
They
took
came
him
back with the most beautiful. Like, do
No.
you know when they do like sushi art in the fruit where they like knife up the mango and it's like a sculpture now? Gorgeous, the most
That's
beautiful fruit.
so
like a
shady.
total 180.
They did a
So they
180.
had that in the back, but
Yeah.
they
That's
were
what
just.
I was trying to
that's
figure out.
fucked up.
When
Sorry.
she said, no, hey, this isn't okay. I was like, Dina, what are they gonna do? Come back with a whole different version? Like, I guess this is what they
Yes.
serve people, but
Boom.
absolutely not.
So let me tell you what's happening right now. You are becoming Jewish.
Is this
No.
my conversion process?
This is a very big part of the conversion process.
just being like, no.
It's like not even like you would even think to.
No, it was a learning experience, and Dina has taught me a lot, and also
tipping.
tipping and
What about tipping? Let's take this one by one. This is good. What
well,
about
because this is so after we went to dinner last night, we went to get frozen yogurt at 16 Handles, and we wanted to of course try a bunch of flavors
Oy.
and be annoying, but because of COVID, they don't let you. They used to put the little thing there, but now the person has to come out from around the counter and like
Okay.
give it to you. And so we were trying different flavors, and Modi was like, "Here you go," like tipped her for
Tip
doing
her
it.
before. Don't tip them after. And they're like, okay. Like in the
Yeah.
movie theater. I go to movie theaters only for popcorn. I don't like going to movie theaters. I don't enjoy the movie theater experience so
Me
much.
neither.
I
I
do.
don't.
You guys are both
I have a
lame.
couch and a television that
Me
gets
too.
everything
That's so-
in my
yeah.
apartment.
Some movies you need to theater.
Anyway, no. Some movies you do need to go to movie theaters. So I do go with Leo and Evan, and we go together. We all go, and for me, it's a popcorn experience. I just want popcorn. I want butter.
He's only
I
there for the
want
popcorn.
butter with popcorn in it. Period. And so before the girl goes to put the butter in, you give her $5. So she
$5?
Yeah. If I'm already going, you give the girl
The
$5.
popcorn's like $27.
Doesn't matter. Give her because I said with popcorn. It's behind the counter.
Yeah.
If you say with pop, she goes
With
and there's
butter.
2 things and you're done. Now she puts in the middle. She goes back. She fills it
No,
up a
he
little more.
wants it to be like
she layers it
swimming.
out. You tip. You just
tip, you
it
tip.
yeah.
You tip.
Saying no, tipping, and also getting a second opinion.
Didn't you learn tipping when you were growing up? Didn't you have
Yeah,
Jewish
we-
parents?
yeah.
I didn't
we
not.
tip.
My parents, of course,
But
tipped and stuff, but like I definitely, it's a new level of tipping.
But not the way that you and I are talking about tipping.
I was thinking about when we were in high school. We lived in the 5 towns, and there was the Sherwood Diner, and there was another diner.
The Sherwood? The
Sherwood?
Sherwood?
Sherwood Diner.
Okay.
That's where I stopped. You couldn't just get the name.
No, I'm trying to think if I knew it. It like
Sherwood
triggered
Diner.
something
It's
in
like
my...
it's an OG diner with the glass outside.
Yeah,
and,
where is it?
I forgot. It's on Rockaway Boulevard. But there was another one also. There was another diner we always to go to on Saturday night afterwards, and they were like there was our school, which was mostly Jewish, and there was another school real by that was not that Jewish, and for some reason we always were seated. Because we walked in 17, 16 years, and we'd give the guy, we'd give Thakalos, whatever his name is, the Greek guy, $10.
Yeah.
And we all had a table. And the other kids were just sitting there. They didn't know to give the guy $10. But you just saw when you walked into a restaurant with your family, your dad always gave the guy a few bucks right when you showed up, before you sat down. So that was to tipping. That tipping, saying no, shushing people. What else?
Saying no, this is kind of going back to the first point, but saying no / not just taking everything your doctor says at face value.
Oh.
Big one. That's a big one.
That's a
big one.
big lesson I learned through
Also
you
Jewish.
and Dina through the
Yes.
past couple of years.
That's
where
also Jewish.
I realized, as this is Dina's tagline and / slogan, doctors know nothing.
Nothing.
Which is, I mean, not to diminish doctors, but
I know.
I've
Excuse me. I'm not
she's-
signing on to
she
this.
she just realizes that like not every doctor that you go to is going to be the best, is going to know what you need. Like,
Well, she
she's
can
had-
also feel when the guy has no idea what he's talking about, or the woman has no idea what they're talking about. You can feel it with words that they say. Exploratory.
exploratory.
Exploratory. That's not a
We're
good
doing
word.
exploratory procedure. That means
We'll
no.
try this. That gives her all the red flags. And then it's just you need to feel. There's a feel. You have to feel if this doctor knows what he's talking about or not. And she has a good read on that.
Dina
These
could write a book
these
about
people
like.
have spent like 9 years at
No,
like
no, no,
top
no. She has
medical
crazy
schools.
stories between all her kids and her parents that she takes care of. Very specific situations where she's be like, no, this is wrong, and gone to a second opinion.
Yeah.
And this was like a whole nother like the right course of action for the problem.
I am reticent to share this, especially because Emma's in the room. But
Uh-oh.
I do think
Cover your ears.
no, but I do think it's important. Many years ago, I did have a hemorrhoid, and I went to.
There's no shame in a hemorrhoid.
I
No shame in a
I went
hemorrhoid.
to. I have a whole bit about it, and Dr. Fagenbaum, and I went
I've
to.
never had one. It's painful, right?
Oh, it's so painful.
It sounds horrifying.
What the name Fagenbaum? The name Fagenbaum sounds more horrible than a hemorrhoid.
And everybody in the room, in the waiting room, was like a 70-year-old ultra-Orthodox Jewish guy with like payas. And I just figured that he would be also, but he was actually like 40-something and super hot. But anyway. And you're like naked in there.
Nice.
And I'm probably like, I don't know, 30 years old at this point and pretty hot, I might, if I say so myself. And he said, oh, well, let's just do some exploratory examination here.
You're kidding.
No, I swear. I
No.
was like, Goodbye.
Bye.
After dinner, maybe, but not.
Explore. It's what I'm saying. It's a hemorrhoid.
He took out like a telescope.
I had a bit.
No.
Because then you can charge for the telescope. I'm always afraid of my voice being having a problem. So I used to always go to ENTs a lot.
Okay.
So I would always, and it's funny, like they put the camera down your nose and they're looking. It's not like the old school with the little tongue depressor and they're looking inside with a flashlight. They have a camera crew is in your.
Why are you doing this?
Because when I have sore throats or you want to make sure there's no polyps and all that stuff on it, and the doctor's in there and the camera's in your throat and you're going, oh, and he's having a conversation with you, and he's explaining, and he said this may or may not be blah.
Oh, you said a joke about that.
What do you mean may or may not be? 80 years of school.
Yeah.
You're in there with a camera. You see it. It's not like you have to think. You have no idea what it is. They know nothing.
Right.
They know nothing. And doctors know they know and they doctors like when the patients know that they know nothing. I had a friend who's an emergency room doctor, and whatever the problem was, he's a general over.
Sure.
And he hated when the patient's like, whatever, he bandages up an arm, and he goes, well, you're the expert. He goes, I'm not. I don't know anything about arms or hands. I don't know. I just know how to sew up the skin. So I don't know. You have to go to the other doctor, and he'll figure it out for you. He's like, I don't know anything about that.
I had a life-changing experience at an ENT. Because
why are you guys like frequenting ENT?
I had only been to I had one and only experience where I went for my throat. I had like a sore throat that was like there for like 3 months. I was like, oh, this is how I die. And so I went to go. I was like, there has to be something wrong with me. And whatever, he was checking out. But while I was there, he pulled out the biggest piece of earwax out of my ear.
Oh, wow.
It was worth the price of admission just for this experience. I cleaned my ears. I had no sense that anything was wrong. He pulled out something
How big was
disturbingly large.
It was so big you could have made a Yortzeit candle out of it. That's how much wax
I felt
was
like
in it.
My head was more balanced after he took
Are
it
you
out. That
serious?
was how big it was. He was like, because I had never been to an ENT before or had my ears like professionally cleaned. I just
what does
like
that mean,
Q-tip.
Professionally cleaned?
I don't know.
They suck it out.
He used a special thing, and out of one of my ears, anyways, this is so gross.
Did it hurt?
It didn't hurt at all, and I felt so good afterwards, but I didn't even know that I needed it. I was oh my God.
Yeah, there was the old man that lived down the hall from us. We used to take care of this old man before he passed away, and when I used to suck you can buy this thing and you suck the wax out.
Yeah, I know what it is.
He just all of a sudden would hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
first
that
of all,
thick.
Wait,
It was. Yeah.
You cannot just gloss over that there was an old man down the hall that you guys used to take care of, and you're like cleaning his ears.
Yeah, it was down the hall from.
Took very good
You
care
did too.
of
It was it's this old guy, lived alone, never had a family. Came to America after the war alone and lived in this apartment forever. And his last
in a studio apartment by himself for like how long?
Down the
50
block
years?
from us, down the hall since 1950 to 1960. He lived in there.
Insane.
Came to America in 1950, and
That
he
was
was
also-
always fine on his own. I always saw him when I moved into the building. He was always going to services, to Mincha Ma'ariv, to the evening and the afternoon services. He would go in the morning, get his fruit. That's and then his last 15 years, he fell and dislocated his shoulder, and I ended up helping him a lot. Couldn't be easier.
lot.
He's down the block. He's down the hall.
A lot.
So I would just buy stuff and just give it to him, and his ears got packed full of wax. So I could always tell because he didn't hear anything. So you take there's a machine, you buy it for $3.99 and Rite Aid, and I became the ENT.
Oh.
I would pull out.
Modi took such good care of this man.
Hanukkah candles I could pull out of there. You just pop down and you go, whoa. And he would just hear, he would be able to hear.
That was
How old was he? That's unbelievable.
He died at 90. He hit 90 and then checked out. Lived through COVID, everything, a hot mess.
Did you guys at least get the apartment?
I didn't want it. The family. I
What
offered
family?
to sell it. He has a
family in
brother. He had a
Israel.
brother in Israel.
No family in the United States.
No, yeah. He never
But that was a
had
learning experience too, watching you navigate that. And when he had 24-hour AIDS,
Wow.
First of all,
How did he get AIDS?
No, 24-hour nurses. And Modi was the one who, by the way, did all the paperwork and everything to like get him the nurses.
No, I had a lot of help.
No,
people were
and
very good.
You knew all their names and their schedules, and
it couldn't have been easier. It was down the hall.
You called it a built-in mitzvah.
It was a built-in mitzvah.
My God!
It was a built-in. I always said if we sell the apartment, it's like it's a 3-bedroom, this that, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2 terraces, air conditioning, and a survivor.
He was a survivor.
It comes with a survivor of the
He was a survivor.
You're amazing.
No, please, I don't need that. It was
really we could.
He loved Leo. He would see Leo's face and just smile. Just, hi, Leo, my friend Leo. It was loved Leo. Loved Leo.
What was his name?
Hirsch Huber.
Zichron Levracha.
Zichron. Oh my God. Leo is so Jewish. Wait.
That is amazing.
No, we had him for Passover for Seder.
It was
down the.
Yeah.
I have a million stories about him.
I can't understand why you didn't take this apartment. I'm looking at you now.
Well, because I'll tell you why. It doesn't touch. There's an elevator in between.
So you can't use it as a studio?
I didn't.
I mean, and it's like has the original like 1960s cabinet.
No, we could redo it, and we could have. It's just.
Let's work.
I didn't. I'm
no,
good.
It's not. That was not what that was about.
No, I know, of course not. But if
I have a combined apartment. It's huge.
I know.
It's huge. We barely hear each other now in the apartment, so it's not like. It's just we did not need that apartment, and bless his heart, and the one next door to it, the people next door, who can combine, and she actually helped with him a lot too. And by the way, in the Talmud it says that if there's a property, the people who have the property next door should always be offered first rights to.
Oh
to
my!
There's a lot of real estate stuff in the Talmud.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! There is. Wait. Oh my God! Baba Kama. It's in. I think I know what. Okay. By the way, I don't pretend to know everything. So when you guys write back your emails correcting me with all my things, I'm not. I know in the Talmud it says you should definitely, when you're selling a property, the people next door, the connecting should be offered first.
I feel like I've missed out on a lot of real estate deals.
You said the most important thing the Talmud says is that in real estate transactions, everyone needs to walk away happy. That's not
Talmud. That's in the Torah. When Abraham bought the cave to bury everybody in.
I did not know that Abraham bought a cave. I didn't. I'm sorry.
He was buying a plot.
Where he buried where everybody's buried.
Okay.
So
Did you ever find this cave?
Yeah, of course. It's a big
It's
site.
in Williamsburg.
No. It's actually it's in a very dangerous location. Oh. It's like right on the border, and it's
of what?
In Palestine. I'm not. I don't want to give exact information and all this stuff because I'm not a rabbi. I'm just letting you know. But broad strokes, he could have bought this for like a lot less.
Yeah.
And he knew this was a very special location on Earth. He knew it was a very special location, this place. And the guy he was buying it from didn't know. But he could have wheeled and dealed out of it. The long or the short of it is, but he gave him a fair price. They all walked away happy.
Who did he buy from?
We have to cut this out because
it's fascinating. What do you mean cut it out? This is like the best Jewish education.
No. I want
you
this
have to go
cut
to
out.
Street
I want
Easy.
this cut out.
Why?
Because I have to know who this is.
What the real estate agent's name? You're supposed to know.
Corcoran.
We're not cutting this.
It's my brain's fogging up. I know who he bought it from.
All right, so you know who he bought it from.
No, but I don't want this in. So you have to cut this.
No, we're not cutting it out.
We're cutting it out.
Douglas Ellisman.
No.
All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. Why are you supposed to know who he bought the real estate from?
It's in the Torah. It's a big thing. It's a whole parsha.
I'm sure someone will write it in.
Yeah, can somebody write in?
No, I should know exactly who he bought it from.
Okay, well, anyway, it's fascinating. I've gotten a better Jewish education from you than I did from like 13 years of Hebrew school. So, whether or not you know the guy's name is not that relevant. I'm like
It's very
spouting
important.
things about Judaism. I'm like, did you know?
That's a part of dyslexia, by the way. I can't remember the name.
I know.
So there's a million like names going in my head. In my head right now, there's 3,000 names
Just
going through
flying.
flying through there. So anyway, but that's the long short of it. You
Well-
should walk away from a real estate deal. Everybody should walk away happy. No one should feel like they killed on it and the other guy got raped on it.
We might cut.
No, why?
Why?
Use it, I don't know.
What, now we can't say the word rape either anymore?
So let's just go back. So I'll rephrase it. So long short of it, when you walk away from a real estate deal, you should feel that everybody
taken
won.
advantage of.
Everybody's happy.
This is legit in the Torah. Why am I
Absolutely.
I'm looking at him.
100%.
Is
You
this also
should
in
look.
in
Veggie Tales?
Parashat Chaye Sarah, in the
Wow,
parsha of
stakel
Chaye Sarah,
alecha.
right? Even though it says the life of Sarah, it's the death because we're burying her, and we're burying her in the Machpelah, and it's a lot of real estate lessons in that.
That is insane.
Right. Everything is in the Torah. Everything
I like the
is
part
in
about
there.
the comedians.
The comedians is a good one. It's all good stuff. It's all in the Torah. Next topic I want to talk about.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have time though. We have a few more minutes. Wearing sunglasses
Inside or outside?
inside.
Okay.
I recently went to that restaurant. We
Didn't
talked
we
about it
talk
last
about
time.
this last
But I didn't. Did I mention I wore sunglasses? Or
no.
So I sat through the whole meal wearing sunglasses.
Oh my god.
Not just like any sunglasses.
No,
Like I think you should put them on.
Dita, yes, Dita's my Dita's sunglasses that I get from.
I thought somebody stole those.
So I
No,
I
he's-
bought new ones.
Okay.
Did I tell you that I
Yeah.
made a donation? for
Yes,
that?
yes.
So and now I get a special rate at Solus. Am I saying it right?
I think so.
Solus
Solace
sunglasses.
something?
Solus. Anyway, so
amazing are
you said
those?
the whole meal. So everybody now you can keep an eye on. You can literally stare at somebody at another table, and like you could learn somebody at another table. You can just look at them the whole meal because you have these sunglasses on.
I've got really bad news for you.
What?
I can fully see your eyes.
No, because you're sitting here, the lights right there, and you're right next to me. But I'm
Maybe.
just saying, it's an and then on the flight back into Boca
Did you keep your
Raton,
sunglasses on?
I kept this on the entire
You didn't tell me
time.
that.
Yes, I just
That's
walked
chic.
on, and
That's chic.
and you're sitting in business, and people are walking by, and you just keep an eye on them.
It's very rock star.
Is it rock star?
It
Oh
is.
my
It
God,
I
of
really like it. I
course.
just
I think
very.
you can get away with it. I think you
I-
can get away with it.
By the way, if I was a dentist, I think I would do it. I would wear sunglasses in dark public places too. It's just
It is a good move. It's a good look for you. I don't think everybody
It's a
can
good-
get away
yeah,
with
no,
it.
you can get away with
get
it.
away
It's
with
because
it.
he has a lot of near is a lot of actually what Modi is, which I think you're slowly coming to terms with that. Near is not such a stretch for you.
It's not a stretch. I'm not a know-it-all.
No, you're not a know-it-all, but like certain parts of the nearisms, like wearing sunglasses on an airplane.
No, because if he just flips that chain out and pulls up his sleeve and you see the watch,
No, I will
that's
say
it.
I'm
That's a
gonna
look.
hop on the sunglasses
I think we
train.
should all hop on wearing sunglasses in public
Because
it's just easier.
I also think that's the only way I'd ever be able to be like stoned in public. If I could wear those shades and be at a
Your
restaurant.
sister is
then-
in the room.
Oh, that's why.
Just
Please,
kidding.
she's 16. She goes to public school.
No, she just put her sunglasses on.
She's wearing sunglasses now.
She's 16. She goes to public school. He said.
Yeah.
She's heard worse. No, but those feel like very like a shield for the world.
It's a
Yeah.
shield. It's just like
I feel
you
like
don't
I
need
like
to-
this idea.
I like it very much. I've become
Well,
very
Mo
comfortable.
took to the stage in sunglasses during
Which
the show.
was a bad idea.
Yeah,
Which was a
that
bad
was
idea
not-
ultimately, but a lot of people accepting awards at the Grammys went up with
That's
sunglasses.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I liked it.
No, it's
No,
not.
ridic-
I liked
You
it.
know who can wear sunglasses? You have to earn the right to wear sunglasses.
I don't know if that's in
Lenny
your head.
Kravitz can pull
Yes.
off sunglasses. Okay.
No, you're absolutely right. Listen, some people look amazing in them, and some people look like they're blind.
But it's like Stevie Wonder can pull off sunglasses.
No, he looks blind in sunglasses. But some people
So-
look amazing in sunglasses. Some people look like they're. In a sunny day outside, anybody can wear sunglasses. Inside on
an
indoors
airplane.
at night wearing sunglasses, you have to be able to pull it off, or people are gonna think you're blind.
Or you look ridiculous.
I also was in my mind. Do people think I just had surgery on my eyes? They probably thought I just had an eye lift or a brow
Is
lift
the
or
description for this episode going to be shushing, sunglasses, and
Shawarma.
what was the? We'll figure it out.
Let's talk about shawarma. That's all Leo and I are
No.
thinking about the whole time. Is
Shushing.
what's the title of the episode?
Because we do alliteration
We
for
do
the
alliter- yeah.
descriptions.
So there's always like a back and forth.
I always think about now. I know when you have to cut things, so I'm trying to say things that there's like room where the laughter is, and you can just pop it in without people talking on top of everything.
That's fine.
So,
figure it out.
But
you have to be able to stand behind
Survivors.
The
That's the other S.
Survivor. Oh. Shushing
Tune
sunglasses
into
and
this
survivors.
week's episode of Shushing Sunglasses and
Survivors.
That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good.
Someone
That's
write
good.
that down. Emma,
Yeah.
write that down. Text that to me.
People send me pictures of yourselves in restaurants wearing sunglasses.
Yes.
That's
what
good.
I want.
Hashtag the near challenge.
The near challenge. Yes.
Yes.
Wear sunglasses in
Oh my God.
restaurants. Do it.
Let's do it like the cheesy ice bucket challenge that everyone
Yeah.
was doing. I nominate 10 people, and you have to like take yourself a picture wearing sunglasses. Like, in
As
the
it
most
10 people,
ridiculous-
everybody. Do
No,
10.
do
Everybody.
you know what I'm talking about? The ice bucket thing that
Yeah,
a few
yeah,
years
yeah,
ago
yeah,
that was on the
yeah.
internet that people were like, you dumped an ice bucket on yourself, and then all the celebrities did it.
Stupid.
Okay, so we're gonna do that with the near challenge. and
Just
it's gonna
wear-
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Another clarification. They have to be expensive, nice sunglasses.
Oh, for sure.
110%.
Don't even try
110%.
with your dollar store.
I want to show you. These sunglasses come in this case, which itself, it's a leather case, and it looks like it's from the Dead Sea Scrolls. Look how this opens up. It could also be like what Wonder Woman wears on her arm. It's a leather, Mamisha, it's a whole, look at this thing.
They're made in Japan
How do you know?
because Guy has a pair of Dita glasses.
Japan.
Guy's very well dressed.
Yeah,
he's a
Guy's-
very stylish
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Guy almost had an absolute cardiac arrest incident when he found out how much I paid for those glasses. He would never in a million years.
I'm
they're
gonna
like
give you. I'm gonna call
$800
the guys at Solace and is it Solus? Solus.
I don't know what it is.
It has to be Sol because Solus Sun. Solus.
That's a good. That's a good.
Solstice.
So yeah. So I'm gonna see if I
point.
get you guys the discount I have over there.
I need to get. I want the Prada ones that Lil Mo had, and I'm gonna start wearing them.
Little Mo. Those of you. He went on stage to do his first time stand up, and he's wearing these like dark bulletproof sunglasses. They're like the thickest, blackest sunglasses, and he's looking people in the audience and talking to people in the audience, and they have no idea he's looking at them. They couldn't see he's looking at them.
I know, he's hysterical. He handed me the case. He goes, "Hey, can you hold on to this for me?"
And the case is like one of those like a coffin. It's like a coffin. It opens up like a hood. Anyway, fun topics for us at least. And by the way, I've recently, when we were on the road gigs, Leo and I have been driving, listening to other podcasts, and it's just people babbling. And it's just a matter if it's the babble that numbs your brain. And I think our audience, just like that woman in London, just needs
Haley.
something to she drops her kid off and like, I want to be in somebody else's world.
Yeah.
And their biggest problem is sunglasses in a restaurant. And that's easy for me.
That's in our
And
stupid
it's-
little lives.
yes, it's what it is. Listen, you and I listen to Poog about women with whatever moisturizer works
They're
for them.
genius. Okay, you leave
Okay,
Poog
so
alone.
I'm just saying. So
Alone.
it's what it is. Thank you very much for
Wait,
listening.
so
Well,
let's
yeah.
plugs.
Yes.
Plugs. Actually, you have a little bit of a break. I mean, no, you don't have
Are
a
you
break. You are
insane?
actually packed, but in terms of like things that people can buy tickets to, you have Passover travel coming up for all the Passover for Holomoed.
What is that? What's stuck in
The
your
nights
throat?
during Passover where you can do shows. So
Yeah.
there's after the Seder
Yeah.
night. Then there's
Who's
4
the
nights
goy
of shows.
now?
So
Who's
you're
the
gonna be
go-
busy
you
with
never
that
heard
for a while.
Holomoed?
What made up nonsense
Okay,
is
let
this?
me get through this. And
Chol
then
Hamoed.
you have
It's between the two holidays
oh,
of
God.
Passover or Sukkot. You have the intermediary days. Chol Hamoed.
duh.
Duh.
Then you have we have May 12th at Gotham Comedy Club and June 9th at Laugh Factory as of right now. There's more coming though.
Yes.
I'm booking January 2023. So there's more.
January 2023, by the way, is packed. We will be in Florida again. Emirtz Hashem.
Emirtz Hashem.
God willing, we will be down there doing lots of shows because that's where you need to be. during the month of January.
But summer, I'm working on summer and other things. But yeah.
But in the meantime, there's the
Gotham
May
Comedy
12th,
Club.
May 12th at Gotham Comedy Club and June
9th in LA.
June 9th in LA. Thank you all very much for listening. Modi_live and ModiLive.com. And your...
I might be doing a big show April 25th. It's TBD, but I'll keep everybody updated. And you
April 25th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I be on it? What show is it? You raising money for something?
We can talk about it.
Okay.
I am also still selling Operation Fuck Putin sweatshirts and donating the
They're
money
really good
to
sweatshirts,
the
people.
Hummingbird Effort Foundation.
They're amazing
Fund.
sweatshirts. Amazing.
Fariel, this is the closest we've gotten to doing a live podcast taping as you wanted to do.
I
'cause
think
we've had an
100%.
audience member here.
Oh, how was it? Was it fun?
Thumbs
See?
up. We get a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right. On that
Thank you
note,
very much, everybody. Bye.